Have you ever had a sales presentation where you felt everything went right? You presented incredible features, benefits, and advantages to your product. You had a dialogue with your prospect that would make you think you were friends at the end of the deal. Your prospect liked your product so much that they even acknowledged that it would be of great value to them in their life or their business. Somehow, shape, form, or another, the problem is you didn't close the deal at the end. Don't worry, you're not alone. Every salesperson has more no sales than they have yes sales. It's a numbers game, it's a contact game. We get it. But that's not what this blog here is to tell you about. One of the most valuable skills you can utilize when you find yourself in a situation where you haven't made sales on a consecutive basis, or you're leaving a presentation where you felt that it didn't go the way you wanted it to do, was to evaluate how well you're using a trial close in your presentation. A trial close is a phenomenal tool in the tool belt of sales professionals. It's low risk, high reward. What exactly is a trial close? It's simple. It's a question, an open-ended question that seeks for an opinion. That's it. I'm going to ask an open-ended question asking for my prospect's opinion. The reason I do this is it helps establish customer buy-in. It helps establish where am I at in my sales presentation. It's like getting an immediate report card on my sales presentation. The difference between trial closing and closing is this. A trial close will ask for an opinion. A hard close will ask for a decision. An effective salesperson will utilize a trial close throughout the entire presentation. It sounds something like this. I may have just presented an amazing set of features and benefits to my customer. And I turn to my customer and I say, Billy, what are your thoughts on XYZ thus far? I literally pause in the middle of my presentation and I seek feedback. I gain information and I'm asking Billy to tell me what he thinks about this product. A hard close would be, Billy, do you want to sign up with my company today? You have to find ways in your presentation to seek more information, and using a trial close is going to give you immediate feedback on how your prospect is viewing your presentation thus far. So, to quick summarize, if you find yourself on a string of no sales, evaluate, how am I effectively utilizing a trial close? How am I effectively utilizing trial closing questions? If you're not using trial closing questions, you're going to run into some challenges. And I can guarantee that if you start using trial closing questions, your closing ratio will naturally get higher. But look, just because you use trial closing questions and have a great presentation doesn't mean that you're going to close every deal. After all, this is a numbers game. So by having a great presentation, asking closing questions, it puts you in a new dilemma. And that dilemma is, I'm still being told no. After all, we're told no more than we're told yes. That problem can't be answered today on a blog post. That problem requires a little bit more in-depth. It requires a little bit more analysis, and it requires you to turn around and take a look at your sales process. Are you efficient in your sales process? Are you efficient in the features and benefits of your product? Are you efficient in your product knowledge of your competitors, right? There's so many areas that a sales coach can help improve and help guide to a level of success. There's so much areas that your sales manager can identify. Here's an area of weakness in your sales process. But you can only have those conversations and discussions when you first commit to improving your own sales skill. And in order to do that, I highly recommend you start implementing trial closing questions. Well, that's what I got for you guys today this week. My name's Anthony Garcia. Thank you for joining me on the blog. Leave a comment below. I'll see you next week.